Hello, beautiful people out there. Hope you're awesome, wicked, amazing, whatever you want to identify with today. It's up to you, after all. What you think of yourself is more important than what other people think of you, right? That being said, today's video I'm going to be talking about self-evaluation, which obviously goes hand in hand with taking the first step in the right direction, which obviously is, again, accepting or admitting that you have a problem. Obviously, the other side of that coin reads, if you don't admit that you have a problem, you'll be one of those people who are constantly blaming the things around them. They're failing in school, they'll be like, oh, that math teacher doesn't like me, or the biology teacher's really shit, she doesn't know what she's talking about, or our software and hardware at school, it's pretty shit, whatever. Looking for exterior things to blame for your failures. Don't be that guy. So, first of all, acknowledging that you have a problem is very, very crucial, but doing the next best thing is self-evaluation, which can be a bit tricky because sometimes most of us cannot self-evaluate to find out what the actual problem is, which is where obviously it's very, very, it will be awesome if you ask someone around you who you trust very well, who knows you very well, for example, best friend, a sister, a brother, a sibling, whatever, or a parent as well, because they usually know their children pretty well. So especially if you have a good relationship with them, to be able to ask them, they will give you a great answer as well. Obviously, why self-evaluation is very, very crucial is heavily sort of like a good example to this is, think about guys who want to learn how to pick up women better, right? That type of thing. Most of them think, those who are not very good at it, think that their problems are usually confidence or not being funny enough, lacking ability to take risk, or not being result oriented or whatever. Which I'm not saying they're not problems, they definitely are problems, but they're not the major problems. Their major problem is their mindset. That's causing all these minor problems, the confidence issues and all of that, right? So if they start by fixing their scarcity mindset to an abundance mindset, because when you have a scarcity mindset, that's what makes you think that you need all this, you need to have you need to have a lot of money to be successful, right? You need to have all these things. For example, if you have money, that will cause you to start buying all these unnecessary things that you want but don't need. You will start buying the expensive cars, expensive sofas, buying a huge house, a penthouse or whatever. You don't need all of these things to be happy. All you need is just about enough. In fact, funny thing is, you just need a few things to be happy. You just need a few things to be happy, right? Or if it's not even just that, if you're a guy, for example, who's trying to pick up women, it makes you come approach the whole point of, socializing or meeting women from the perspective of, I need her to complete me, or I need sex from her, or I need this from her, whatever. Once I have her, I will have my happily ever after, which is not true, right? And the moment a woman will detect you needing her, or you being needy in any way, shape or form, she will obviously be turned off, right? So that's the problem. That's the major problem. So once you fix that to an abundance mindset, then everything will shift. The way you view the world will all shift, right? You'll be viewing it from a point of view where you feel like, also, it's usually the men with the scarcity mindset who feel like because they're stronger than women, they feel the urge to beat women up, to get physically aggressive with women, right? While a man who's actually a man, from an abundance point of view, knows that yes, I'm physically stronger than a woman, but doesn't mean I'm supposed to protect her or look out for her. That's the whole point of a man being stronger than a woman, or rather, part of it anyway, right? For me, in my experience 2 years ago, when I was that bad, when my confidence was really bad, and right, I didn't have much of a social life or anything like that. I couldn't make friends. I couldn't talk to anyone, right? Anyone anyone new I didn't know in any way, shape or form. So I couldn't really socialize with anyone new. It was a really dark place for me, and I was really scared, especially because I had just moved from one continent to another. I just moved from Africa to Britain, and damn, that was a terrible place. But for me, a year after that, because during that year I did a lot of crappy things. Like I used to watch porn very often, went to school, but I was even afraid of asking the teacher questions because I didn't know, or rather I was afraid what the kids were thinking of me, or none of these things, right? I was in my head more often than I was in class and all of those things, right? But yeah, about a year later after that, I chose to actually do something about it, which I didn't even actually overthink it, right? I just knew that, I just didn't want to live like this anymore. I just didn't want to live in a life that's boring as mine. Just live there, just living basing on hope, crossing my fingers every day, hoping that, next week things will be different. Next week I might meet a girl who would want to know me or who might find me interesting or whatever, right? So I decided to do something about it, and I didn't even really self-evaluate, and so the whole sort of changing my mindset or the way I look at things changed maybe half a year ago, about a year ago. That's when I actually got onto it and started fixing that. But I started obviously by fixing what most people think are the actual problems, the whole confidence issues and all of those little things. Until a year ago, when I actually got a hold of, or started watching videos about the mindset thing, and I actually started working on that as well. So yeah, evaluating yourself to find what the actual problem is very, very crucial, because if you don't actually acknowledge it, you can exercise your willpower as much as you want, right, over the little things that you think are the actual problem. You can do that if you want, and you will put in the hard work to fix the little disciplines or the little things that you think are the actual problem. Yeah, you can work on that as much as you want, but if you don't fix the core problems, you will fix these things, but there will be a problem sooner or later, again and again and again and again, because you haven't fixed the actual problem. Anyway, hope you guys like this. If you did, drop a like, subscribe for more. Feel free to comment in the comment section below, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Done.